Hello again my friends, this is Boy and his dog, and welcome to the channel where I talk about, play, rank and review games on the Evercade old and new. In today's episode I will be sharing my initial thoughts after a first play around with the Geo Arcade Collection 1. Interestingly, right off the bat I could not get this cart to work on my EXP, but thankfully it worked fine on my VS, Super Pocket and probably most importantly the Alpha. The only thing I really knew about the Neo Geo was Metal Slug and fighting games. I do have a bit more experience now after the Super Pocket for a while. There are no double games yet though, with the closest being Sengoku. Its second sequel, Sengoku 3, is on the Super Pocket, and there's also a sequel to Stormtroopers, but everything else is fresh. Please note that this is just my initial thoughts of the collection after first playing and in no way represents my final thoughts that will be in a review and ranking video later. Okay, right, let's take a look. But the first game we looked at on the collection was Ironclad, and I think we definitely hit the ground running with this title. First off, I love the look. That slight angle and the DL present in the background gives the world a sense of depth and life. I really enjoyed it. It's got this R-type style attachment that you can send out or fix to the front of your ship, and depending on weapon type can give you a variety of attacks. Now a huge thing I love is the different routes through the game, designated by letters. Similar to Outrun or Puzzle Mode in the later console editions of Buster Move. There's just a great vibe to this game. I had a lot of fun with it, and it was a great first game to have a smash at in this collection. Right, next up was the King of Fighters 2000. And we've already come face to face with VS Brawler, and normally this is when I'm a bit, yeah, it's okay, but I'm rubbish. But do you know what? This game was a bit of a revelation. There are so many interesting systems within and a ridiculously large rotor of fighters. And instead of choosing a single character, you choose from a team of 4. Once you beat an opponent, you face the next one with the same character and same health until they are knocked out. You have 3 fighters each, with the 4th being a striker that swoops in to land a couple of hits before swooping out again by pressing a combination of buttons. You have a bar to fill up times 3. With it you can activate armor or counter modes. It sounds a bit complicated, but actually it was really easy to pick up. And though I was, as usual, absolutely rubbish, I did enjoy every minute of it and actually made some headway without even looking at the move list. I'm actually quite excited to jump back into this one proper, especially on the Alpha, and try and get good. Yeah, it was a wonderful surprise. And next in the collection is Magician Lord. This is an action platform game with groovy abilities that can even change you into things like ninjas or dragon men. It's quite slow and frustrating, at least at the start here while I'm getting used to the controls. It's funny, I thought this title would probably end up being at the top of my list of favourites after one go, when in reality it's probably at the bottom. For now at least. Again, I've only had one go. It's definitely the least forgiving when you begin compared to all the other titles here, and probably, if I'm honest, the least interesting. But you know, it might end up going much higher on my list when I've had a bigger go at it. And next we have, of course, Metal Slug. You can't go wrong with Metal Slug. And this is the very first title. Now, I've already had some time with Metal Slug X on the Super Pocket. And of course, that has a few more options and upgrades compared to this title. But the truth be said, not by much. The main difference there is you have a character select screen at the start. And there's a few other things. This game looks gorgeous with a lovely style and life to it. Sounds fantastic and plays brilliantly too. It's easy to pick up and start as well, with not much needed learning. So you can get straight out there, splatting the enemies and saving those hostages. I know I'm going to be spending a lot of time with this game. It just hits all the right buttons for me, even if it does get a little bit tricky. And next we have the original Sengoku. Batshit insane, I think, is the best way to describe this title. I already had a bash at the third title in the series on the Super Pocket, and it looked and played much smoother than this. But I just love the insanity here. You walk along, twatting enemies like a usual side scroll and beat them up, then suddenly at various intervals you're whisked away into the clouds, where you appear to be undergoing trials of some description. Beat certain characters and they lend you their strength via summoning. From then on, you can summon them at will to take place of you in battle. Just playing through what I did, I managed to get 3 summons, including a groovy looking dog. They didn't appear to do much, but having the ability to call a dog in at any time was enough to put a massive smile on my face. So yeah, rough around the edges, but a madness within that you can't help be drawn to. And last but not least, we have Shock Troopers. Just like Sengoku, we had the sequel to Shock Troopers on the Super Pocket, so I had played a later variation. This here is similar, just a little more basic, but a lot of fun nonetheless. You can lock the direction you fire by holding down the fire button, and if you're near an enemy it will change to melee attack. You can evade by rolling out the way, which is a neat touch, and you have a special attack. Another cool little addition, which I didn't record for this initial video but I tried out on the alpha, you can choose between solo or team mode. If you choose team, you then select 3 characters to take to battle, switching between each character by pressing Y. The game also lets you choose 1 of 3 routes from the start, which of course will add replayability to proceedings. Love it, such a fun little game and a great way to finish off my initial play of this cart. I honestly had so much more fun on this cart than maybe I thought I would. There's some new games there that I'd never played before and already feeling the urge to jump back in, especially on the alpha. All this cart flies on the alpha. It is a shame I can't seem to get to work on the XP, but to be fair, this is an alpha and VS cart through and through. Besides, the EXP is very happy with the wonderful Roadcraft DX now, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. So overall, my initial thoughts on this car are yes, yes, yes. When even the Brawler has made me excited to come back, we know we're onto something good. But as usual, I'll leave my final thoughts after I've had a long hard bash at all the games and make a proper review and ranking video later on. But what a fantastic start! Did you guys pick up this cart, or are you thinking about it? If so, what are your initial thoughts? As usual, my friends, let me know in the comments below. And if you've made it here to the end of the episode, thanks ever so much for joining me. Leave a thumbs up or comment if you'd like. But you know what? I'm just chuffed you poked your head in for a goosey gander. Join me in the next video, which is a retrospective review and ranking of the first collection of the second Geo Arcade. I think that's next. If not, it's a surprise secret games related video I've been working on. And also my ranking review for the second Gremlins collection. So due shortly too, I believe. So lots going on. As always, I hope the day has been as awesome as you are, my friends. And until next time, be seeing you.